Hello everybody, this is artist Megan J. Meehan, and today I'm here with a nail art tutorial. I'm going to show you how to do this really cute Easter egg nail art design. Now this design looks very complicated. It actually is not. It just takes a lot of different colors, but it's actually quite simple to do, and it has a really cool, fun effect when it's done. So if you're interested, please keep watching and I'll show you exactly how to do this. So to complete this nail art design, what you will need is several different types of nail polish and a couple of tools here. So I'm going to go through everything with you. So you're going to need a pencil with a sharpened tip and an eraser at the top. And we're going to use that to take the rhinestones out of the case. On the heels of that, you will need a rhinestone case. Now, these little rhinestones, I got them from Amazon. In a bundle. You can get quite a lot of these for extremely cheap. Now these are not regular rhinestones, they look like little flowers, and I just thought that the flower shape was particularly cute for the purposes of the Easter egg design, but if you have regular round rhinestones, they'll work just as well. So there's several different colors in here. For the purposes of this design, we'll be using the light purple ones, the light green ones, the yellow or the gold ones, the light blue ones, and the really vibrant pink ones here. You can also use the light pink, but the light pink is kind of similar to the light purple, so I would suggest using the really vibrant pink because it just gives it a little pop. Like you see on the fingernail here, the dark pink just gives it a little bit more of a pop. So then you'll need a glopping piece of paper and a toothpick, and I'll show you how to use this later. And then I brought out two clear nail polishes. This is what you use once the nails are completely finished. We're going to be top coating them. This is the Insta-Dry one that I usually top coat with. It's by Sally Hansen. It's number 103, called Clearly Quick. And then there's also, this one is about $5. Then this one is from Wet n Wild. This is extremely inexpensive. It's only about $1. And it's just Wet n Wild 405B Clear Nail Protector. So these are the ones that you'll need at the very end of the design to make the nails super shiny. But I just wanted to show you that ahead of time in case you wanted to go out and collect some of this stuff before watching the video. So then what you will need are a collection of nail polishes of different colors. So the main colors that I put on my nails were this pink one. This is Sally Hansen Insta-Dry, and it's number 125 Pumped Up Pink. Then this beautiful bright yellow. And this one is by, I cannot pronounce this, so I'm sorry, Brucci? I don't know how to say that, I'm sorry. But it is number 526, and it's called Brilliant. Then I took this really like off-green color. It's more like a mint green, and it's from a company called Bonita. And this one is NP306C Me. Then this is a really beautiful blue from, again, the same company as the yellow one. Brucci or Brucci, I don't know how to say it. And it's just called Mono Blue, and it's number 58. And then once again, another one from the same company, I can't pronounce, Brucci, or Brucci. And it's number 524, and it's called Dazzling, and it's a really nice purple, like a light purple. Then I also have this really dark, beautiful color by Revlon. I will say that this nail polish is about $8 a bottle. It is extremely expensive. However, it is the most beautiful, shiny, sparkly purple I've ever seen. It is actually my all-time favorite color of nail polish ever. So even though it's expensive, I do buy them. And especially when they're on sale, Revlon does have coupons at stores like Rite Aid. But I love this stuff. And this one is number 430, and it's called Showtime. The reason I have such a dark purple is because the dark purple is going to be used to outline and separate the other colors. And as you can see, it is such a dark purple that it does not blend into the lighter purple. They are completely different shades, and it will show as such on the nails. Now in the corner here, I have a tiny little shiny purple bottle. And the reason that I have the shiny purple bottle is because these are from this particular one is for Jordana, but there are a number of different companies that make these. What these are is that these are nail art polish bottles, okay? And they come with extremely thin tipped brushes. So what I'm going to do before starting the design is that I'm going to be taking thin tip brushes from a number of different bottles of this that I have, and placing a thin tip brush in all of these colors. Okay, so I've gone ahead and made the transfer from the initial thick brushes that these bottles had into the very thin brushes. I did that with all of the colors except for the yellow one, and I'm going to explain in a minute why I didn't need to do it for the yellow one. I just wanted to mention that I did forget a couple of materials in the initial video. You will need a paper towel. You will actually need quite a bit of paper towel when you do this design, especially to do the transfer of the brushes. So for example, now this is obviously a clean piece of paper, but you see the way that this paper got all messy? It's because when I took the thick brush out of this bottle, I had to transfer it with the thin brush, and the thin brush initially came from this bottle, which is a very similar shade of pink, except this one is more of a matte color, and I wanted the shiny Insta-Dry color. So what I did is that when I took the brushes out, I just lay them down into the paper towel, and then I just used the paper towel, I folded it over the brush, and I just pulled, and that got all the color off the brush so I could easily make the transfer. And then I just had the brush from this bottle sitting in this bottle for now. Okay, so it's a little bit messy, but I'm going to need the thin brushes to give me more control over the artistry of this. The only other thing I forgot to mention was that at the end of the nail art, once you have your nail art on, your cuticles are going to have a little bit of excess nail polish around them. And the way to take that off, you're going to need a nail polish. Ideally, you will want one with acetone in it. And the way that I clean my cuticles is that I take the nail polish out and pour it into the cap just a little bit. You don't have to fill the whole cap. And then I take a just a regular Q-tip, dip it in, and that's how I clean around my cuticles. And I obviously want to be careful here because my nails are done. Okay, so those are the only materials that I forgot to mention: the nail polish, the Q-tip, and the paper towel. So anyway, oh, and if you don't have thin tip brush nail art, you can definitely use a paintbrush, a tiny paintbrush if you have it. Like something like this, for example, with a very thin tip will work just as well. You just will want to clean it in nail polish when you're done, because regular water will not get the paint off it. It will ruin your brush. So for now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take away this dark purple because I will not need this for now. I'm going to just bring these colors over. And I am bringing out, this is a fake finger with a artificial nail on it, a very long artificial nail. As you can see, my nails are completely finished, so I have to use this to demonstrate how to do this design. And because this nail is so much longer than my regular nails, I can do a much more complicated design on this. I definitely want to give a shout out to any ladies out there who can wear their nails this long, because I think that they actually look really nice when they're longer. I just can't handle the longer nails. I feel like I would like break them and pop them off everywhere I go, especially because I do a lot of visual art, as you know from following this channel. So yeah, I can't wear my nails this long. But the longer the nail, the better this design will look. So what I did is that, just like with my actual nails, I coated every nail that has a yellow segment. So this nail, this nail, this nail, this nail, this nail was initially painted yellow. So what I did is that I did 2 coats. Sometimes I put a third, but here I just put 2 coats of this brilliant yellow color over the nail. On the other nails that do not have yellow, like this one, for example, I had the pink as the base. On this one, I had the light green as the base. And on this one, I had the pink as the base, and as this one, I also had pink at the base. The reason is because the yellow and the pink are the 2 lightest colors. Whenever you're going to do nail art like this, you want to make sure that your base color, the first one that's put on the nail, is the lightest color. It is very easy to put darker colors, like the green and the blue and the purple, over lighter colors. It is much more difficult to put lighter colors on darker colors. So if I put the blue on first and then tried to put the yellow on top of it, the colors would not come out as vibrant as this. So just keep that in mind as you're working on your nail art. The other thing you want to do, or you may want to do, I know that I did this before I started this complicated design, is that I drew the nail art out on a piece of paper. So that way I had my colors in mind and I knew exactly how I wanted to do it. So that way I knew that I would get one of each of the colors, the yellow, the blue, the pink, the purple, and the green in the middle of each nail. Okay, so now let's just begin with the nail art. Let me move this in. So I'm going to adjust the camera. So for this nail, I want the yellow to be the middle part, right? So I'm going to move the nails out. And I think what we'll do is that I'm going to make the top part of the nail, and the fun thing about working with a nail that's not your own is that you can kind of move the finger at an unnatural angle. I'm going to take the blue, and I'm just going to tap off the edges because I don't want this to drip. And then I am just going to make little triangles. So a line here, and a line there, and a line here. Oops, that's way too much. And a line there, and a line here, and a line there. This is freehand art. It does not need to be perfect, okay? And then all you're going to do is just fill it in, like so. So I'm pretending that this is my cuticle, and I'm trying to keep away. You definitely want to keep the cuticles as clean as possible. So that's why I like using these brushes. They give me a lot of precision. Okay, so there is the blue segment. And I know it may not, and you know, just to give it a little extra pop, I'll put it a little bit further this way. There we go. So it may not look like anything right now, but you'll see it come together. It's very normal for nails to look like a mess at first. So then I am going to take another color. I guess we'll use the purple. And I'm going to just focus that onto the bottom of the nail to give this a chance to dry. And I'm just going to do the same exact thing with the pattern. Just little tiny triangles. That one might be a bit big, but it's all right. Some can be a little bit bigger than others. Tiny triangles that I'm then going to fill in later. See? Just like so. And if you do think that one looks a little bit big, you can just wipe it off. And correct it. And don't worry, the self-correction will be done later with the purple. And then from here, I'm just going to go back up to the top. And I'm going to fill in another color. So I'm going to make a pink this time. And then I'm going to fill in the pink. And it's very, trust me, if you're thinking, oh my goodness, this is a hot mess, it looks like a mess at first, but it will come together. It will come together. And, oops, and then I just want to give a little tip on this. Okay. And then down here, I'm going to put the final color, which is the green. And we're going to pop that on right on top of the purple, basically. So the pink, or the yellow, still stays the center color. See? And I think I did go a little bit too high up here, so I'm going to fix that. And as you can see, nail polish can go everywhere on this. That's why I put I actually have, this is not a carpet. This is a towel that I don't care about. It's basically my sacrificial towel to art. So, okay. So now once that's done, that is when the dark purple color comes in. So you see the way that now we have these colors and they're kind of mixed together. It doesn't look as clean as my nails, does it? That's because it doesn't have this. So this, I'm just going to get a lot of extra because this is starting to run out a little bit because I use this color all the time. I'm going to take the nail polish on this one and we are going to use it to outline. So you see where in this case, where the blue and the pink meet, what we're going to do is just make the little lines. So just little tiny triangles. And I'll just show you how to do one of these. I don't think you really need to see the whole thing. But you see the way that right away changes. And you can also, if you want it to be a little bit more pronounced, you just bring the color down to have more of a line. And you see? And then you do the same thing up here. And just, there you go. And again, it doesn't need to be 100% pristine or perfect, because this is hand-drawn art. And then you go over here. We just do the same thing on the bottom ones here. Unless, I guess you could consider this the top part of the nail, the tip of the nail. Depends on which way you look at it. Get it? And then finally, well, this part isn't quite dry yet, so I may have to wait to put this on. Did you see it? See how that comes together? And a little bit of color came off at the tip, so I'll just fill it back in. No problem. So now if there's any part of it that you think looks a little bit messy, you can just take a few minutes just to clean up. Okay, so there is the nail so far. And again, mine only have 3 colors because they're tiny. This one has 5 colors because it's longer. So what we're going to do now, while the nail polish is still wet, it is very important that it's still tacky and wet. We're going to be opening our colors, our nail wheel here, and selecting some colors. So for the yellow one, I'm going to take a pink rhinestone with the tip of my pencil and stick it onto the center of the yellow portion. Just like that, and then push down. You can actually take the eraser part and push down with the eraser. And see the way that sticks on? And then I'm going to be doing the same thing with the other sections. So there's a light blue color right next to the pink. And I think that might look really, really nice. Oops, I have cat hair here. Might look really, really nice at the purple section. So put that on the purple part. And then we can move over to the yellow rhinestone. And I think that the yellow one will look really nice and bright up here with the blue. And then we have a blue rhinestone left and a purple rhinestone. So I think we can put the light purple rhinestone right with the pink. Oops, that one didn't come out so easily. Just like that. And then the last color that we don't have on here is what? We have purple, pink. We don't have a light blue. No, we do. That was light blue. Light blue. Oh, no, we don't. Okay. The other color I got was actually an aqua, not a light blue. Oh, my eyes are failing me. And then we put the blue one, oops, one upside down. We put the blue one right there. So you see, you have all the rhinestones. And then I'm just going to push them down. That's how they look. And then a little bit of the yellow got taken away here, so I'm just going to fill that back in. And then I'm just going to go over the purple again, just so we don't lose the definition of the triangle that separates the colors. Okay, and then for the last step, we're going to take the glopping piece of paper, and we're going to take a little bit of each color. So we're going to take first the yellow, we can glop that on, then take a toothpick, put the toothpick into the yellow, and select a color. So in this case, I selected the pink. Oops. I selected the pink. And we're going to put the yellow onto the pink on either side of the purple. And then we're going to just take the paper towel and just wipe off the toothpick and select another color, in this case the green. And we'll dip the toothpick into the green, and we'll put the green on either side of the blue up there. See? And then we'll wipe off the toothpick again, and we'll pick another color, like the pink. And we'll put the pink on either side of the green. Just a little tiny polka dot on each side. And then we'll take the really light purple. And I'm going to need more of that. We'll take the really light purple. And we'll put that on either side of the pink. On either side of the yellow, next to the big pink rhinestone. See, like that. And then finally, the last color will be the blue. And we'll just put 2 blue dots on the purple side. And that's it. So this will take a while to dry. It will take about a half an hour to dry. And then after a half an hour is over, you will take some top coat. Now I strongly suggest the Insta-Dry top coat, and just put 1 coat onto each nail. Let it dry. It will take about 10 minutes to dry because it's Insta-Dry. And then I would just put a second coat on it, usually with the Wet n Wild, because this is a little less thick. But it just gives it a really, really nice, bright sheen, which is what it's done for my nails. My nails have actually been on now for about 4 or 5 days, and they still look really, really fresh. So I can attest that that definitely works. So again, this is my nail versus what the longer nail looks like. But as you can see, it just turns out to be a really cute little design. It looks complicated, but it's really not. And it looks cute with either 3 tiers or 6 tiers. So thank you for watching, and please check back to my channel soon for more videos on art and nails and some books. And thank you again for watching. And if you do a nail design like this, please let me know how it turned out. All right, I hope you have a good day and happy Easter. Bye.